Hello and welcome to another programming lesson with my special. In this programming lesson, we're going to be talking about tags in HTML. The thing about HTML is that you can just start up with any simple text editor like Notepad, and then you can go to something fancier like Visual Studio Code, and the both of them will give you basically the same output. But coding with Visual Studio Code or something like Visual Studio Code might be easier than coding with something like Notepad. So I'm going to have a separate video to talk about all different text editors and things you can use to code HTML. So what about tags in HTML? A tag in HTML basically represents an element in the web page. So every tag has like an element that which it represents. For example, an image tag in HTML will represent an image element inside of HTML, the HTML web page. So the attribute specified inside of that image tag will be passed on to the image in the actual web page. First things first, like this is a simple HTML code. And the first tag here is the doc type tag. So this is just as the first tag you will ever put in a web page, and it starts with a lesser than sign and then ends with a greater than sign, like all other tags in a HTML document. And what this doc type tag simply just does is it tells the web browser, okay, look, I'm coding in HTML. That's the language, the programming language in which I'm coding. So when the web browser sees this tag, it's like, okay, you're coding in HTML. So it knows that everything underneath it is HTML. And the second tag here, it has an opening and a closing tag, the HTML tag. The basic difference between the opening tag and the closing tag is that in the closing tag there is this slash. So what does this HTML tag do? It says basically to the web browser, everything in between these two tags is the HTML code. So everything that's outside it, just ignore it. Just focus on everything that's inside these two tags. So you put all your other tags inside of the HTML tag. And then we have inside of the HTML tag, we have the head and the body. So basically what the head and the body are is the head is basically it contains the tags that you don't really see in the web page, but they do the background work of the web page. So you may not really see these tags and their elements inside of the web page, but they're still very important. But in the body, these are the tags that have elements in the web page which you can see like straight up. Okay, you see images in the body just like you see images in the web page. So the body is kind of like the parts of the web page which you just easily see. So what do you put in the head? Here there are 4 basic tags that I always put in the head of any HTML web page that I make. The first tag is the meta tag. And what does this tag do? So this particular meta tag, it tells the web browser, okay, look, the character encoding that I want you to set this web page in is UTF-8. And that's just like very important in the web page. So you have to tell the web browser, okay, look, this is the character encoding I'm using. So you can just easily do that with this tag right here. And the next tag here is the title tag. So here, as you can see, the name of my HTML document is practice.html. If I do not add this title tag, the web page will automatically show practice.html as the name of my web page. But there are a lot of situations where you find yourself in a place where you don't want the web browser to call your web page by the name of the HTML document, but you would like to give it another title. So that's what you use this title tag for. And it has an opening tag and a closing tag. Unlike the meta tag, it doesn't have an opening tag or a closing tag, it's just there. So you have the second meta tag, and what these meta tags basically are, they tell the web browser about meta information. So it's kind of like metadata. And these are some, just to tell the web browser some basic things about the web page. And what this second meta tag does is it tells the web browser, since there are going to be different devices viewing this web page, for every device we adjust this size of the web page to fit that device, the size of the device. So if you're using it on a phone, it should look good on a phone. If you're using it on a laptop, it should look good on a laptop. That's what this particular meta tag does. So this last tag in our head, it's a link tag. And what link tags basically do is that they link the particular HTML document with other documents and outside of it. So what is this particular link tag doing? It is linking this HTML document with a style sheet named styles.css inside of the same folder as practice.html. So the web browser will look for styles.css inside of the same folder as practice.html, and then it will know, okay, that is the document you want me to use so I can style this web page. So those are the 4 major tags that I always put in the head. Although this particular document, styles.css, it does not currently exist. So if I ran this code, the web page would just look for it, and when it didn't see it, it would be like, okay, oh, I tried. So now let's go to create this styles.css. Let's go create the styles.css. And there we go. So we're in the same folder as practice.html. And now just right click and new text document. Name this styles. And then I'll just open that up and give it a different file extension. This is just a simple way to do it. And now I have 2 styles files. One is a CSS file and the other is a text document. So I'll delete the text document. And it's basically the same thing if you're trying to create a new HTML file. So I'll create another text document, name it my first, and then I'll open it up in Notepad. Give it a different file extension, which is .html. And I'll save it. Delete the text document. And now I have a new HTML file and a CSS file. So